Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by my friends at Safety Systems. For nearly 20 years, they have been the leader in home security and business security, in life safety systems, fire systems. They've got the leader here in East Tennessee because they're a local company. They got VFLs working for them. They do a tremendous job. Give J.J. Surlis and his team over there a call about any kind of security need you might have for your home or your office, not to mention the fact they do spectacular work with entertainment systems. I know that doesn't sound like safety systems, but you can take it from me. They do great work in terms of their home theater setups. Safety Systems. All right, let's go back to the big board if we can. There we are. All right, we are looking. You see, we're filling in some names over there on the right as we go under our 10-man list. But we're going to start in the green, dead center of your screen right there. Look, these are the out-of-coaching guys. I've had people ask me about Art Briles. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Just Google him and then remember the Title IX case here at Tennessee. Not happening. Jeff Fisher, highly unlikely, highly unlikely. He turned down USC a few years ago, and that's why they went and got Lane Kiffin. He was number 6 on their list. Kiffin was number 7. Who wants Chip Kelly? Is that you, Chuck?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Well, I tell you what, if you're talking about a college football coach, in just 5 seasons at Oregon, he goes 46-7, an 86% winning percentage. How many times have we seen people say, if you can't get Gruden, go get Chip Kelly? Those are by far the 2 home run hires. I think you at least got to talk to him. I don't know how good a fit it's going to be, but if you could get him, that would, I think, really excite the fan base.
2 fears. He left with a show cause penalty at Oregon. Will Tennessee go down that road after their recent issues with the NCAA? Kiffin, Pearl, Tyndall, you know, they were snooping around a lot. Also, the other concern is, would he come here and then go back to the NFL when he got a chance? But I agree with you. I would talk to him. Les Miles, that's not happening. Bob Stoops, interesting. You talked about it that John Curry was in Chicago this week. Bob Stoops owns 2 properties in Chicago, lives there. He said repeatedly he's done and he's not going to come back, but it wouldn't hurt for Tennessee to reach out to him. Remember, Curry's a Kansas State AD. That's where Bob Stoops came from, Kansas State. Now, he was there long before John Curry, but there may be some connections through Kansas State.
Does he have land in Sevier County?
I don't know if he has land in Sevier County. All right. So we're done with the out-of-coaching guys. Then we got assistants, all right? You've got, let's throw out there, Jeremy Pruitt. Who wants Jeremy Pruitt?
I'll take him. I think he is the most ready-made of the coordinators out there that's not been a head coach. He comes from that Saban tree. He's a very good defensive mind. I'm told that he's very smart, that he's a good recruiter. He gets after it. He would put together good staff. The folks I've talked to in the profession think he's going to be a very good coach along the lines of a Kirby Smart.
I will throw out, if you're looking at Pruitt, I would look also at Mario Cristobal. And he failed at Florida International. 6-year career. He wasn't terrible, but didn't win at Florida International. Not many people do. But here's the thing. He then went to Saban and was with him for 4 years. National Recruiter of the Year a couple times. He's co-offensive coordinator at Oregon right now. If you're looking at a coordinator with Saban lineage, there's a guy who's also been a head coach once. Maybe he's improved. I'll just throw that name out there. All right, who wants Greg Schiano?
Oh, I do, because he is my favorite choice. Because he goes you go to Rutgers, which is historically terrible. You build him into a nice program. You've done a good job as a coordinator. Forget what he did at Tampa Bay. Not everybody's going to be a good fit in the NFL.
Pete Carroll was a bad NFL coach before he went to USC.
Saban didn't do that well either.
And that he would be my number 1 uno choice. Number 1 with a bullet.
Fans would squawk. I've campaigned. You know this, since 2008, the first time they were looking for somebody. I thought Schiano was the guy. He's a hard-nosed guy. Bill Belichick has a very small group of friends. Nick Saban, Urban Meyer, Chip Kelly, Greg Schiano. That tells me he's a pretty sharp cat, and Rutgers would not be in the Big Ten today making millions if he hadn't built that program.
Right. And currently the defensive coordinator at Ohio State.
Before he got to Rutgers, they were closer to dropping football than they were to going to the Big Ten.
One of the worst programs in the country, and they have the Vanderbilt academic standards. All right, who wants Brent Venables? Josh?
I'll take Brent Venables. He is a very well thought of defensive coordinator, had success at Oklahoma, now at Clemson, was the Broyles Award winner last year with a national championship team, becoming the top assistant in the country. Now, an issue could be as well when he looks at his future, it might be at Kansas State. That's where he played, and there are questions about the future with Bill Snyder there, but a very well thought of defense coordinator at Clemson, Brent Venables.
The interesting thing about Venables, and you can take it back to Stoops, those are Bill Snyder guys. It's reported that Curry and Snyder didn't see eye to eye. Word came out this week that Curry had lined up Jim Leavitt to be the coach in waiting, and Snyder nixed it because he wants his son to be the next coach there. So you got to wonder if Stoops or Venables, if those guys we're looking at working with John Currie, how much would the Bill Snyder thing play into that? Sometimes you don't believe in your master and you go somewhere else and say, well, you didn't like him, I like this AD, I'm going to work for him. But I throw it out there. There's also been some rumors this week that people calling Bill Snyder about working for John Currie haven't gotten glowing reports. So
I was going to say on Venables, one of the red flags is that Snyder would not hire him at Kansas State as an assistant.
And
I would look into that as to why. There may be a very good explanation.
Or does that make him more appealing to John Currie? That's the other side.
And one thing real quick about Bob Stoops, is my understanding his father was a high school coach, died in his 50s of a heart attack. Bob Stoops abruptly kind of gets out, afraid of the same type of things. I think there's more health concerns there about what could happen than where he may be coaching again.
I don't think you walk away from Oklahoma and then get back in. I don't think
No.
this was. I don't think his was an Urban Meyer breakdown kind of
No,
thing.
no, it was very, and about the same age as when his dad passed away.
We got to catch a break. When we come back, all the Tennessee guys, anybody with Tennessee ties, are there realistic candidates there? Come on back on the Sports Source.